Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I thought I'd get into the spooky season sort of vibes and give you some comic books that I think fit the Halloween vibe. These aren't in any particular order. I just like these comics and think others will too, and that it fits the season. If you have any that you think others would like or that I would like, please leave it in the comments below. Let's get into it. I'm going to start off this video with Marvel Zombies. Now, I will say I haven't read all of the Marvel Zombies. I just read the first, little arc of it. I liked it a lot, but it kind of got a little convoluted for me. I don't know how to read this series, honestly. There's so many little spin-offs and side comics, it's confusing. But I would recommend just reading the beginning arc at least. It's really fun. The gore is fantastic. The art is great, and I think that's where it really shines. The story is just a zombie superhero story. Not bad at all. I really love it. It meshes the zombie subgenre with the comics very well. And I think that you should give it a try if you really want to read something Halloween-esque. While we're on the topic of zombies, I would next recommend Deceased. I really love this series. Again, I didn't finish this, but I need to. And the way they did the zombies is one of my favorites. I like how they kept with the lore and did the anti-life equation as the source of the zombies. It gets really gory. It's really just, it throws you for some twists, and it's just balls to the walls. But while we're on this, I would actually recommend over this DC's Unkillable. This arc actually had me crying by the end when I first read it. I've reread this one a couple of times. I prefer this over the original Deceased just because of the emotions that it made me feel. I highly recommend both. Now, the Immortal Hulk is, I believe, the best Hulk series ever. Like, the writing, the lore that they introduce, the art, the gore, everything about it. It has some of the best artwork in all of comics, honestly. And the storytelling is fantastic. So you should read this series, whether it's for Halloween or just because you're a fan of comics or a fan of Hulk. But they seriously nailed the horror aspect of Hulk's character. And they have some genuinely disturbing imagery in this series. So I highly recommend it for the Halloween season. Something is Killing the Children is the most accurate title I've ever heard. Because before I started reading this, I was like, there's no way they're going to have children dying. Yes, they kill a lot of children. They show it on the page. They actually show it, which had me shocked. And this series is actually something I've wanted to cover on my channel for a while, like just do a deep dive into. So if you're interested in that, let me know. But this is also just a perfect read for the Halloween season. It's scary. The artwork is fantastic. It's violent and is actually a very intense read at times. But it's not just violence and gore. The writing is spectacular, and the main character is one of the best in indie comics. It has genuine emotional beats that will make you sad, and I think it's a great story about childhood trauma. Read this no matter what, but I think it's a very good spooky season reading. The comics I just mentioned are just really good horror comics, but these are actually made for spooky season. Like it's the purpose of them, so pay attention. Now, this is a fantastic series, and they really do push the boundaries of what Marvel is willing to do in their mainstream comics now. Back in the day, they had the Max series where they'd push more adult and violent series, but now this is on the level of like Punisher Max. And you might be thinking after hearing that, oh, well, that's dramatic, ain't it? It ain't that bad, can it be? Yeah, I might be exaggerating a little bit, but only a little. Only a little. They got some fuck shit in there. Like, some of the imagery in here is actually extremely gross and shocking, especially for around the time that this was coming out. Marvel wasn't doing that many main series that were heavy with body horror, but this kind of pushed it. And they had other series that had body horror in it, like the Immortal Hulk and the Ghost Rider series and a couple others, but not to the extent that they are now. They're pushing it a lot more in their recent comics. But yeah, long story short, read this for Halloween. It's a great read. Now, this is the definition of peak comic horror. Some of the things in here actually had me a little disgusted. They go hard on the horror and the gore, especially harder than I thought they would. This is an anthology series of different DC characters in horror situations. Not all of them are mainstream characters. I think one of them just follows some person in Gotham. But yeah, I went in thinking I was just some soft horror stories with different DC characters. Nah, they do some fucked shit in here. Like, I mean, absolutely fucked. Like, they go hard on the gore, like balls to the wall, and some things are just worse than others. Just like this one. Ew. And there's one story with Matter Eater Lad that had me looking like this, and the less I say about it, the better. It's absolutely disgusting. I highly suggest you go into this blind like I did and just read it. You can read it all in one sitting, and it's spectacular. I actually love it. Witches is probably the best horror comic that I've ever read. This is another one that you just need to read no matter what, but it fits the spooky season vibe perfectly. But it's also a very emotional story, very shocking at times, very suspenseful, and has a very good twist in the end that I did not expect. And it's also very gory and violent and very sad. And it's just overall an amazing story that I highly recommend that anyone reads. And for my final recommendation, this one is actually an ongoing thing with Marvel. They do it every couple years. I don't believe it's every year. I don't think they came out with one this year, but it's a series of short stories that they release every couple years, and I highly recommend it. It's just really fun, and a lot of the stories very much fit the Halloween season, and they're obviously very horror based. Yeah, if you don't want to read something super violent or gory, and you just want a good spooky season kind of comic, then I highly recommend this one. It's really fun. And that's it for my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and a comment, and maybe subscribe if you like more videos like this. And if you want another one, then feel free to comment and let me know. They have other horror comics out there that I've read or that I want to read, so I wouldn't mind giving my thoughts on them. And anyway, have a good day. Thanks for watching.